Hi, this is Alia and welcome back to Cooking with Alia, the show that brings you the flavors of Morocco. My friend Mohammed and I have been discussing a dish called Kabab Maghdour, which is a wonderful Moroccan tagine cooked with onions and meat, and sometimes it's topped with eggs. And we figured out that we had different ways of making it. So for example, I add parsley.
And I don't.
And also I add little onions at the end to make them crunchy.
And I don't neither.
For the eggs, we both sometimes put them, sometimes we don't put them. So today,
I'm gonna show you my own way of doing Kabab Maghdour.
And I tasted it and I can tell you it's amazing. And that's the beauty of cooking. Every family has its own way of making the same dish. So you're going to enjoy this one. Let's start!
So for the tagine today, we will need 3 large onions, grated, 2 pounds of veal meat, preferably a shoulder cut, and dice it into medium-sized cubes. You also need 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil. For the spices we have 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and a large pinch of saffron. In a different container, put 1 teaspoon of paprika and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. And finally, 3 tablespoons of butter. So in our recipe today we will have 2 steps. The first step is to cook the onions alone, and in a second step we will add the meat and we'll cook the meat as well together with the onions. That's it. In the first step, on medium heat, you pour the vegetable oil on the pan. Add to it the butter. Then you have to mix both continuously until you get a homogeneous mix. So once the butter and the oil get well mixed, as you saw, we add to it the onions. Add the 4 spices: salt, pepper, turmeric, and saffron. Once you get the homogeneous mix, as you can see, you cover the pan and let the onions cook on medium heat. After 10 minutes, you can see that the onions are bubbling and they start melting. This is our second step. Add the meat to the onions. Then fully cover your mix with water. Cover your pan and let the meat cook on medium heat until it's done. After 40 minutes of cooking, add the cinnamon and the paprika. Mix until it gets homogeneous. Leave your pan uncovered and continue cooking the meat on medium heat until the water evaporates and the sauce is reduced. As you can see, after 30 minutes of cooking, the sauce is thick and the tagine is ready to be served. You can of course serve the tagine as soon as it is ready. You can also cover it and put it into the fridge overnight. It will taste even better the next day after you heat it up. Serve with Moroccan or French bread. Bon appétit! Ha. Serve the tagine as soon as it is cooked, but for better of course you can serve the tagine. You can also cover it and put it into the fridge. Heat it up the next day, it will even taste. You can of course serve the tagine as soon as it is and put it into the fridge. This will be so much tastier the next day, you can't imagine. C'est bon. On dit vous.